It is starting slowly. Okay. Now, yesterday, what level we completed? We are able to configure the BP. Okay. What was that BP? It was the employee creation form. Okay. Now, this employee creation form is something which we created and configured that. Okay. Now, the next step was to provide this access to the respective cell. Okay, how to provide this access? What I did, I created and provided the access through business process. Now there is a bug in this software that sometimes it will not give you the access directly to that tab. Okay, so for that, what it automatically it will not reflect. So what you have to do, you have simply you have to simply go and provide the access manually. Okay, how to do that? I will just repeat that step. There is a user mode navigator. Okay, now this particular navigation functionality will help you to redesign your orientation and placement of different folder. Okay, so you can see there are two types of tabs is being provided here. Standard tab, company workspace, and project and shell. This is what we learned till now. Okay, so if you double click on the project shell, okay, so whatever the BP you are going to create, okay, it will be reflected in the right area, and the left is the pretty much what you call standard one. Okay, so what I'm going to do that now, I'm going to select and pull it here. Okay, so what I did, I have created AR employee creation form, and I pulled it. It was here basically like this it was here, which I created. So what I did, I opened this uh, user mode navigator. I located this and I pulled it. So this is a bit confusion. From left to right you have to from right to left you have to push. Okay, so I have selected this AR which I have created here for Arman, pulled it here left. Now here it went on somewhere different place. So it is very precise, and you have to be
Okay.
very you have to be very
Okay.
precise to select.
Create
And
that's stop happening.
okay, I think please mute yourself. Okay, so what I'm going to do that, I will cancel and I will show you again. So here in configuration tab there is a functionality called user mode navigator. Okay, here all the cells, all the BPs basically first is being lying here. Okay, so this is sometimes this step you have to do because sometimes it will not publish automatically. So this is a bug in the product. So I will double click this shell. Okay, so you can see that you'll have your BP created here, listed here. Okay, so what you have to do, let's say I select this laptop requirement form. You have to select this, but before that you have to keep your cursor where you want to place it here. Okay, so let me place it in the log. Just select in the log. So what will happen, the moment I will push it here, it will be landed under this log. You can see this laptop requirement form is being loaded here. Okay, now you have to click OK. The moment you have pulled out from right to left, okay, you have to select this and you have to click deploy. Once it is being done, the next step is to provide the access of the log also. What is that log? Log is the record, list of the record to be visible in a special format. Okay, So I have gone to this finance tab, okay, and I am going to the access control tab. Then here I can see this log is being reflected here. So you have to just make a single click, add the user, okay, check all the box and click OK. Okay, the moment you do that, okay, you have given the access to this employee creation form. Okay, now once it is being done, employee creation form, then you will see that it is now visible in the user mode also. Okay, but before that I need to configure the access. Okay, so you have to go to the business process first. You have to select this, click open, then you have to click this and you have to click new. The moment you create a new and click the open, it will land up this page. Okay, so here setting tab is very much important. Like that means who is going to have the access to create this record. So just select this record, company, add this company administrator. It is nothing but co-admin, which I am using that user ID, and click OK. That's it. Now your BP is being configured. Now this AR underscore finance, this shell I have configured, and this window is just showing the admin page of this shell. So what you need to do, you need to just single click to navigate to a user mode. That means now you are releasing this to the user for usage. Okay, definitely your HR or human resource team is going to create and use that. Okay, so go to the task and create this. Then you will find this form created. So let me create now. Here if I'll go cancel, then I can see also logs enabled here. So there is no record created. Okay, now what I can see, employee ID, employee name, AR, department, and so this will have maybe in the future 10,000 records. So those 10,000 record I can see in this log file place. Okay, so I'm going to create some records with some dummy name. Create employee, create. Okay, I'm again repeating, this is a non-workflow BP. Okay, that means it doesn't require any approval. Okay, it doesn't require any approval. So I'm going to let's say create. So I have made this mandatory. That means if I'll not put this employee ID, it will throw error. Okay, so let me put some EMP001. Employee name is Arman Ahmed. Okay, gender name is male, married. Date of birth is let me make it something 95, just an example. Okay, done. Now blood group, I will put O positive as an example. Okay, father spouse name is Afsana. Okay, now status approved. Now what is my total experience? 14 years experience. Okay, last organization is Mime Software Consulting. Let me make it like this. I joined as a permanent. I am from the civil background. Date of joining, let's say today. Okay, now I will submit it. So you can see the record is being created. That means my employee detail is being created. Where I can see this? In this log file. Now I can see this one is being created. So I will create multiple so that this record will be showing multiple times. Okay, let me select and make EMP 003 So if I'll make it blank and if I'll try to submit it, it will throw error. Okay, you can see that. So this is something which the status is something which is required for unifier purpose, but this which I have made personally, that employee ID is important. Okay, so EMP 002. Okay, employee name
Sorry,
maybe
Aman.
Imran. Yeah, tell me.
Did we build in that feature that certain fields are required, or is that just
Yes, yes,
built into
yes,
the
yes.
unifier
Yes, yes,
itself?
yes, yes. So let me do one thing. Let me. I got it two error here. One is the your query how to make it means like mandatory required field, right?
Yeah.
So I will make it. Let's. I will try to make it employee name also. Okay, I will show you that one.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
The other thing which I wanted to show, you can see this spouse spelling is mistake. There is a mistake in spouse. That also I will try to correct it. Okay, so let me do this
Okay.
two type of changes. Let's say you have developed this BP and your management has caught these two error. Okay, so how to make those changes, I'm just going to tell you that. So let me complete one let me complete. Okay, so I'm just entering one some values. Okay, 3 years. I will make something X, Y, Z organization. Okay, permanent. He is in admin. I'll make it today. Okay, so let me create it so that I will now two things I need to change: the spouse name and I need to make the employee name also mandatory. How to do that? As I already told, I need to go to the company workspace, go to the U designer. So first I will make it mandatory for first I will make the change of the field name. Okay, so how to do that? Since this is first error is that spouse spelling is mistake, then what I will do, I will first go to the data structure and go to the data elements. Okay, so I can see that spouse there is a mistake. So this form level is something which is reflecting on the front end. Okay, so I can see that there's a mistake. O is missing, so I will put O here and I will click. That's it. Okay, but it will not reflect in your BP until unless you make it first draft and then change the thing. Okay, so let me make the other changes also. I need to go to the business process, employee creation form, and click open. Select the form BP and open. So first step is to make it first draft. Okay, then go to the upper form. Then this is the form. I will click open, and now you can see this spouse is being corrected automatically. Now this particular question mark is a mandatory, which I have made. Okay, I am going to make it employee name also. So you can just select it. It is very easy. Just make it editable required. Just select the cell and make it editable required. Then you will get a star mark automatically in editable required also. Okay, so you can make it editable required. Just select this cell which you want to make it mandatory for the user to enter. Without that they cannot proceed further. Just make it that, make save, close button, go to this. Then you may need to make again to the complete and deploy. That's it. Okay, now this time if I'm trying to create another record, then you will see that this time it is asking, go to the create, select employee form, create. Here you will see this employee name is also asking for required, and also the spouse is being corrected. Okay, so let me make it.
Aman,
Yeah.
Sorry, just another question. So now you've deployed the same form a second time. Does that mean there
Yeah.
are two forms that are now deployed, or does it just edit the first form that was deployed?
Only for first one. That's it.
The first one.
Only
So
for
the results that people have or the log that people have already entered, that those results stay there, right? They don't go anywhere.
yes. So
Okay.
this is a very good question, by the way. Basically, this is something which is it is not. If you see the logic, we are not. So how Unifier identifies that? Let's say if you want to remove some field, let's say date of joining you want to remove. The moment you will try to remove, it will throw an error, a warning that boss, you are going to remove this one field, and all the record pertaining to that column will be removed. Okay, but here what was happening? I just made it mandatory. That means I'm not changing something which will hamper the existing record. You're getting point, right? So it is
Okay.
not
That makes
hampering the existing record. So you can see this record is safely entered, right? You can see that there is no change or nothing is there. Okay, so since as an admin I have a control to change some data also. Okay, now let me create one more record so that we will have plenty number of record. Let me check EMP003, gender male, matrix status single. I will make it name as John. Okay, blood group B positive. Plus name I will put it something like uh, I will make it Shafi. Okay, I will make it approved. Total experience 5 years. Job type contractual. He is going on admin. Last organization is TCS. Okay, I will make it joining as maybe some backdate. Okay, and I'm submitting this. So this is also created. So I can see in the log that these are the record is being created here. Now this log is being very nicely deputing all the list in single what do you call it, page itself. So now the importance of the log is being known now. Okay, so this completes the complete cycle of employee creation form. Now the second assignment which I'm going to revise is this. Laptop requirement form. Okay, let me open this. Let me close the unwanted Excel sheet which is not required. It will create a confusion. Okay, now you need to understand this requirement BP. Okay, where now the employee need to request for new laptop. Okay, for doing that, what I need to do, I need to basically, give me a second, I'll plug my laptop charger. Now here you can see that in this particular now in this particular shell, means this BP, uh, the upper half is something which is required to upper half is something which is required to pull from the other BP. So create why we will create uh, uh, this particular information again, since we do have already employee personal information. So I will simply integrate or simply pull those details from the BP itself. Okay. So let me try to do that. Okay. So the below one. Okay. So the below one information is unique. So what I will do, I will create this field there. Okay. And I will simply create it so this particular upper half is something which is getting a reference from the first BP, non-workflow BP, that is employee personal information. Okay, these field I will create freshly. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me first complete the above one. Okay, so how to do that? Okay, so first let me create a BP. Okay, so for designing any BP, you need to go to company workspace, new designer, and here. So what is the name of I will create? I will write a name. Okay, I will create a name. Give me a second. Give me a second. I will create a name of simple type. Okay, definitely I'm going to deploy on the project shell, not on the company workspace. So I will select this project shell, and since this is a workflow base, where is the workflow assignment? If you see this Excel sheet in the next tab, I have the creation, send for approval, approval, approved, and cancel. So this is the flow. So this full flow also we need to define. Okay. So first, what I need to do? I need to create this BP first. So let me create some 105 AR underscore laptop request form. Okay. So I will click this apply first. Acha, UX, it should be started through UX. So there are something which you need to follow this unifier. Otherwise, it will not ask you to go to the next step. Just click apply. Okay, the moment you click apply, so what will happen? Automatically, these tab will be activated. Okay, so here what I'm going to do that, which is very mandatory, is the status. I'm going to add that. Okay, so how to add that status? Click this add button. So what are the status which we need to provide? These are the status. I think 3 status I need to provide: send for approval, approved, cancel. So let me search send for approval, send for send, submit for approval, send for approval. Yes, so I click that. So it is loaded now here. Now approved or cancel, I have to add 2 more: approved and cancel. Let me check cancelled. Okay, cancel. Now I can see that there are 2 step or status where if I'll select, if any user will select that, it will terminate the record. That means it will end up the record. So the approved and cancel both are the terminal type of status. That means the moment I will select it, or as a user will select it, it will end up. So what I will do, I will simply select this and I will make it terminal. I will make it select and terminal. So you can see this is yes, is being activated. Now why this send for approval is not being selected as a terminal? Because the send of approval is not the type of the status which will directly ending the record. It is just going for the another level of approval. So this is the way you have to apply, and you have to click OK. So what will happen? Here you can see laptop request BP is being created here. Okay. Now here you have to select this form and click open. Okay. Now very first step is that I need to include these information from the existing BP with the help of reference BP functionality. Okay. So how to do that? I will go to the upper form. Now first, okay. Now I will go and I will create a form first. So this is the form creation. Now what is the form creation? This is the screen creation which we wanted to create it. Okay. And we wanted to uh, design that. Okay. I will click manual. So I will create, let's say, AR laptop request form. It's better. Okay. And I can enable this add attachment also if you want. Otherwise, leave it. It's not mandatory. And I will click OK. Okay. Now this is the first step of BP creation. Okay. I will click open. Okay. So I will put the tab name as is exercise laptop and employee personal information. So I will make it employee personal details or information. Okay. Here I will add. So you have to add here as a BP picker. Now what is BP picker and why we should use that? Now why we use that? Because our this information which all I'm going to create, I'm not going to create another field to enter the data again for this BP. So what will happen? The user will select the BP picker from the employee details itself. So it will save a lot of time for him to recreate all those data. Okay. So I will select. Okay. I will select to the custom. I will select any BP picker is there or not. Picker. So I think I did a mistake. I need to add first BP picker in the data element. Okay. So how to do that? You need to go to the data structure, go to the data element. Okay. Create it. And you have to add the BP picker. Okay. And make it as AR BP picker. Okay. AR BP picker. Okay. So I will click OK. Now I will go to the U designer back. I will open this. I will select BP picker. Okay. Now I have saved this. So this AR BP picker is something. Next, I will assign this BP picker to the basic the other BP. Okay. The next thing what you need to do. Okay. What you need to do, you have to go to the reference process tab because I'm going to put this reference to the other BP tab, create a new. Okay. So I have to select AR employee creation form. Okay. Sorry, laptop request form. Click OK. Now here I have to select. You have to put request form. Okay. Put the same name, that is better. And here select this ARBP picker, and for sorry, you have to select that employee information form. So where is that employee information form? Let me create this. So my mistake. I need to go to the new. Okay, I need to go to employee creation form. Okay, so I will select the reference as a picker, and I need to select the employee ID, that is better, or employee ID, that is better. Okay, so through sourced element employee ID, I will try to search that. Okay, so I will click OK. So I need to put some name, or I'll put employee details, AR employee details. I will click OK. Now, since I have attached this BP picker to this reference process, now I can go back to the form and I can assign. So as I told, this particular assignment to link this information from other BP does require two functionality. First functionality was reference process, and the BP picker, you can say that, and the second process which I'm going to use it is auto populate. So two functionality will be merged to get this output. Okay, so now I'm going to add the field one by one. Okay, so what are the field I need? Name I need. So I will select AR employee name. Okay, I will select okay, I will select what is the other field? Date of birth. Yeah, date of birth. Yes. What are the other fields? Spouse name, date of birth, spouse name, spouse name. Okay, employee ID. I will put employee ID here. That is the better way. Employee ID. Okay, then gender. What I will do later, it is better that I will put employee name here. Okay, it's just an rearrangement. It doesn't mean to be fixed. Gender. Gender, where is that gender? Gender. Department. So I am going to select this department. Okay, now the basic thing which I need to do this, let me make it here. Okay, it looks great now. Now what next I need to do? See, I have just filled the same value, but ideally this value should not be again entered by the user. That's why I'm going to go to the properties window, and I'm going to pull this through auto populate from other BP. Okay, so what I need to do, I will select this Okay, so date of birth, I need to auto populate. So select this auto populate and put this BP picker and select this date of birth. Okay, so it is automatically telling you that through this, now you can see the data entry will be auto populate. No one will enter manually. Okay, so I will select this auto populate as a department. I will select this BP picker. I will select this department. I'll click OK. Click OK. Now employee ID auto populate. Select BP picker. Employee ID. I will select OK. Click OK. Employee name auto populate. Populate. BP picker. Employee name. Okay. Father spouse name auto populate. Select this ARBP picker. This ARBP picker we have created just to create a link between two picker. Auto populate AR, click auto populate. Okay, now this is the way I have defined these fields. Now I don't need anyone further to change the data. So what I need to do, I will make it read only. Let me make it grayed out. I'm just making a read only because these details will be automatically pulled from other BP. Now the next thing what I need to do, I need to create laptop details. Okay, and the reason of the requirement. So let me create another block. Now how to create a block? Okay, block is nothing but the square box where we are going to add that information. So I'm going to create a block from here. We can see only one block is there, general. I'm going to add one more block. I will put laptop details. Okay, here label wise same I will put. Here I will put two columns, 5 rows. Okay, I will allow to show this border description. Okay, I will click OK. Okay, now this is included this block. Now I will add something related to this. Okay, now these details again need to be created. Okay, from the same way which I created in BP. Okay, so let me create it now. Since these field I have not been created previously, so what I will do, I will simply go and create that. Okay, so no worries, don't worry, your all changes and all is being saved now, and this particular thing is will keep as it is, not an issue. I'm going to create, okay, these fields from here. Okay, so I will go to create the basics. So what are the field I need to create? Laptop number. So definitely it is a text type. So I need to first create the basic. I will put laptop number. I will select this integer. I will keep it like this. I will go to the data elements. I will put AR laptop number. I will select this laptop number. Where is that laptop number? Yes. I will put AR underscore laptop number. Okay, I will click OK. So this is laptop number is created. Now the next field is that company name, means brand name, which company laptop you want. AR company name. Okay, I will select integer. I will click OK. I'll go to the data element. I will click new AR company name. I will select company name. Company is nothing but HP, Dell, laptop. These the brand name. Okay, so I will make company name. I will click OK. Okay, so company name is also created. Now the second, what is the other field required? Number of days allocated. I'm going to create.
Aman,
Yeah, tell me.
sorry, just about data type. Why have you selected string for all of them? Can you just
Uh,
explain that to me?
yes, yes. So this particular strange. Okay, so there are different types of that because since it is a text type. Okay, so text type. So there's a two type of integer and the another is string. Okay, so this string does have all other options which we need. So since this data type, okay, is what we required is of text type. Okay, sorry, this is a
Okay.
number. So this is actually text type. So let's say the laptop number. The laptop number is text type. So if you see this, the string in string only you have the text. If you go to the integer, you don't have any text or something. So that is the basic reason we are bound to use this because the text is available here itself.
And
Okay.
if it was a number like the date of birth, then do we use the integer?
Yeah, no, so it's a good question, by the way. The moment you select a date type, so you don't have to create this kind of thing. Means whatever I'm doing now, two times every times I'm creating from basic data definition basic first I'm creating then data element, right? But in case of date, you don't have to go to basic. Directly you go to the data element, and date is a something which is very pretty much standard. You can see this date picker you will be seeing. Uh, Date picker. Can you see that? Date
Yes.
picker. So in case of date, since system understand that, unifier understand that date is something which I should not create as define something. So you don't need to create the data definition first. You directly go to the data element, date picker. You're
Okay.
getting a point, right?
Yes, I'm with you.
Whenever there is a date type of, you have to just, so there are some few field which is pretty much standard. You don't have to, but for text field, what I'm doing, I'm going to go for basic, then a data element. But
Oh,
in case of date, it is pretty much standard. Now, why they have given the basic? They might have given directly to the standard as a text. Reason behind, text also does have different options. So you can see there's a text lines. Okay, like let's say if you want to put only remarks, then I will use a text box. But if I want to write some big story in the form, okay, so I can select this multi text line. Okay, that means something you want to write and enter something you want to write. So the way kind of data you need, like description kind of thing. Okay, be detailed description. So select this multi-text line. That's why it has more detailed functionality in Unifier. That's why they have given this basic data definition separate. Okay,
got you. Thank you so much, Aman.
thank you. Now where I was creating number of days allocated. So let me, no, I have not created, so let me create number of days allocated. AR number, again, don't get confused by AR. I'm just putting so that I will have a differentiated different data value in unifier, so that it will not conflict to other data value which is already created. Okay, number of days allocated means how many days I wanted to assign this laptop to him. Stinger, I will click that. I will go to the data element, create that AR number of days allocated. Okay, number of days allocated, it is already created. So I will create number of days allocated. So always remember this label is something which is going to display for the user. Okay, now I will go to reason of the requirement. So one more text field. So reason will be definitely more. Okay, so let me uh, create a detail Excel detailed text field. Okay, so I'll leave reason for, what is the field, requirement. Okay, requirement. So as I need to make underscore, so I will make it this is a multiple text line so that user can use it more precisely. I will click this. Now I'll go to the data element. I'll put reason for requirement. Okay, I need to make it underscore because it doesn't accept space. Reason for requirement. Okay, so I will put AR reason for requirement, or I can put reason for laptop requirement to be very precise. Okay, now here it is asking how many lines you want to enter. So somebody wanted to detail story like I need this laptop for this one, so I'm putting 4 lines. I will click OK. Okay, so guys, can we take a half an hour break? Exactly after half an hour we'll rejoin. Is that fine?
Yes, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm just meeting myself. Let's join exactly after half an hour. Okay. Thank you. So those who doesn't have the access to the videos, I just wanted to let you know that this is the URL. Okay, and I already pinged you through the chat. Okay, so let me I think someone is also looking for the same. Let me open the mail. I think Tebuho Muhale. Okay, Tebuho Muhale, you there? I think let me okay. Okay. Now, let me go through the screen. Okay. Now here you can see that we have been completing the UDesigner part. Now what we need to create, I think region we have already created. Okay, and I think company name, laptop company name we need to create. So let me create the laptop company name. Someone is pinging. What is that? Please add me to this chill. Okay, so you're asking for the URL for this thing. Okay, so you need not to ask for link or something. I will let me. I think you will get automatically the link, but still let me send you the link. I think everyone is having the access. Okay. So, but if you go to this URL also, you will be able to see that this URL is really helpful. Okay. Now, coming back to this, I need to create the laptop brand name or company name. So I will put AR underscore laptop company name. Company name. Okay. So I will select this tinge. So since this is a pull down menu, because Dell laptop, Intex and different brand I need to put. So I will select this pull down menu. Okay, I will go to the data set. I will check what are the brand of laptop I have. Dell, Apple, HP, Lenovo, Acer. Okay, let me create that. Dell, Apple, HP, Acer. Okay, so I'll created these data definition as a basic pull down menu. Now I'm going to create laptop company AR underscore laptop company. Okay, so I will laptop company name. I will make laptop company name. Okay, so I will click OK. So this is all field pertaining to the next block I have created already. Okay, so let me include those in the form. Okay, and later we will configure this workflow. Okay, so let me do that. From where I need to go? I need to go to the UDesigner. I need to create employee laptop request form. Click that in the UDesigner business process. Select that and click open. So automatically this entire configuration page will get open. Okay, go to the upper form, select this and click open. Okay, now this details we need to pull it one by one. So what is that? Laptop number. So I will put laptop number. So laptop number. I will select this. I will close. Now what is the next field? Laptop company name. Okay, so I will select this custom AR laptop company name. Okay, the next one which I have to select, which one? Number of days allocated. Just go to the custom number of days allocated. Select this, close that. Now what is the next field? Reason for this. Let me make it reason here. Okay, select reason for requirement. Okay, I have selected that. Okay, now I will save this. Now since this is the form I have created, let me check the view preview how it look like. Okay, so preview will be looking like something like this. Okay, so this is cool. I think it is going the right way. Now as a mandatory step, you must have to have two type of form in a BP. Okay, so this is the action form. Action form is the form where I will put some data. I will take some action. But the same way, I need to make a view form also. Okay, just to view the data. That is mandatory step to for a BP. And whatever I'm telling, whether I'm right or wrong, I can just select and I'll check the error, and I will. I think it is not capturing. Leave it no issues. So view form is mandatory. Okay, so how to create the same form, same. So you will not be doing everything again for a view form. So what you need to do very smartly, you have to select this form and click this copy. Okay, so what it is doing now, it is copying every attribute from there. So I'm going to remove this. I will select this view form and I will click OK. So this name is already available. So what I will do, I will put some suffix as a view. I will select that. Now I can see two view form is being created. The best part is that everything what was being created in the action, it is copied here. Just select this and open and check whether I'm telling right or wrong. So you can see this is the view form I have created. View form doesn't have anything to edit. Everything will be non-editable. Okay, so you can see this entirely field, everything will be copied. Even properties and everything is being copied now. Now next thing what you need to do, I need to define the workflow. Okay, so let me open that sheet where the workflow is designed. Exactly this I'm going to create that. How to create that? I will go to this workflow. I will go to the new from the manual. I will put as AR laptop request form. Let me pull it the same way. Okay. Now this is being created. So now click that and open that. So you will see two base is being created, but I need to make it copy like this way. So what I need to do, I will rearrange by my own way. Creation. So what is that step? Creation or end. So one more step I need to add in between. Okay. So how to add a step? There is a tab called step. So the beauty of this functionality is that the moment you will activate that, then you can add multiple steps in that. But I need to add only one. So single click on the step and put mouse anywhere. So I am going to put mouse here and I will click single click. Now you can see this step second is being created. Okay. Now you have to disable this button, otherwise it will create multiple steps. Okay. So let me create and rearrange something like this. Okay. Now what is the second step I need to put? I need to put the steps. Okay. So line. So I am going to create a line. I will put mouse over here. I will drag here till this red will be activated. Okay. The same way I will select from here till here. Now there is another step cancel I need to add. So for that I will select the elbow. It is better to select the elbow. I will drag this and I will leave this till here. Okay, I will save this. Now what I will do, I will try to close everything. Okay, I will start from the left and the right. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply click this creation. Now this step, let me check whether the name is creation. Exactly. So I need not to change the name, but the edit form I need to select this. So automatically what is the edit form I have selected, it will show it here. You have to select this and click OK. The box is OK. Now double click on the line and select what is the name, send for approval. So this I need to make it. So I will put send for approval. Okay. Now record status I need to select, because these are the status which we have selected in the beginning of the BP creation itself. Okay. Select this. Okay. And click OK. Now I'll double click on the step 3. I will put this as an approval, because this is our assignment. View form I have to select this, and edit form you have to select this. So this will be automatically highlighted since you have already created 2 form in your form. Okay, I will select this OK. Now I will go to the line. So what is the name of that? Approved. I will put approved. And here you need to select this record status approved. Click OK. The last one is, what is that? End. But you need to assign some form here. So better you can create as a view form. I will click OK. Now here this elbow, I will put some name as cancelled. I will select this as a cancelled. Click OK. Now your entire form creation is being done perfectly. Okay. Now I have rearranged this thing. Okay. I will save this and I will check whether there is a any error is there or not. I selected that. So error check completed successfully. Okay. Error check completed successfully. Now I can see that there is no error. Now the last step what you need to do here in workflow is to define the log. So I'm going to create the log as a standard, new, and I will put something laptop request, something like that. I will go to the layout and I will add some field. So let me create it as employee ID. I will add employee name. I will add department name, which laptop number. I will add company name, laptop name. I will click OK in the last time. I will click OK. So log also I have defined. Let me check if there is an error or not. I will say go back and select this BP. I will select this error. So there is no error. So Alhamdulillah, now we have created this particular BP. Now what I'm I'm going to do, I'm going to create this, complete this, the draft, and I'm going to deploy that. So you can see that this complete step will complete and provide you this BP creation deployed successfully. The next step, what you need to do, you need to go to the configuration, go to the business process. Now you need to make this active first. So it is listed here, but it is lying inactive. Double click that. Okay. And here you select this and click open. Okay. So in this thing, two places you need to make it active. First, this BP and the workflow also. So two places you need to make it active. Okay. The BP, I have made it active from here. Okay. And the workflow from here. Okay. So I selected this and I'll click this activate. So automatically this active is being activated. Now I'll click OK. So it will give the warning. Don't no worries, just ignore that. It is telling that your workflow will be active. So I have created and I have made it active. Okay. Now next step, what is also required to be done to make it available in your BP. So in your cell. So I'm in this finance, I'm going to create this and make it active. So let me first, what I need to do, I need to go to this user mode navigator. I need to click and open that project shell. Then you will see this laptop request is being lying in the right pane. So what you have to do, you have to select where you need to bring that. So you have to bring, let me bring this in the log tab. That means under the log tab, it will be activated, highlighted. So what I will do, I will just simply see this is the left side, which is being created as a 13 number. I'm putting from left to right, but before selects pulling it from this arrow, you have to select under which tab you need to bring. Otherwise, you have to search from scratch. Okay. Now here I can see this AR laptop form is being denoted. Okay. I will still click the OK. Now the next thing you have to do, otherwise it will not allow you to do that. Just select this and deploy this. So I have made some changes in the project and cell tab. The standard functionality of Unifier under project and cell tab is being changed a bit. That's why I have to deploy this. I have done that. Okay. Now what I need to do that, I need to go to first the shell under which I need to activate that, and I need to go to the access control first because I need to enable the log. Okay, I need to enable the log. So I have jumped to the finance. Okay, and under that I have gone to the access control. The moment I will go to the access control, now how do you go to the access control if somebody is not able to see this access control? So this is under admin mode. Currently I'm into an admin mode. If you are not in the admin mode, to see the access control, just click a single click on the right top. You will jump into this place. Okay. Now I will expand. I will see where is the log. So I can see this. There is a log is being defined. Okay. So I cannot see this. Let me check why it is not showing. Let me refresh the page. I will go to the finance, access control, log. Why it is not showing? Setup, business process. Okay, it is not showing. Okay, let me do one thing. I will directly go and do a setup. Okay, so I will go and first I will select this new. So I can see this AR laptop request form is being enabled here. So I need to select this Okay, now I'll select this laptop request form and click OK. The moment I will do that, so left side, you will see this workflow setup. That means this is being highlighted. Just select this again and click open. Okay. Now this window will get opened. So in this window, what you have to do, you have to go to the settings. Okay. No, sorry, my mistake. You have to go to this, my mistake, sorry. You have to go to this. You have to then select this workflow setup. Here, you need to create a new. Okay. The moment you will create new, you have to select this laptop request form. I will click OK. Then this window will be activated and pop up. Okay. Now what I need to do, I will make it laptop request form. Now here it will be inactive. So you have to make it active. Okay. Now once it is being done by the active, you have to go to the settings on the top. Okay. And each step of approval, you need to define who is going to initiate and who is going to so what I'm doing now, I'm just giving access to the Oracle shell, and I'm going to define who will be requester, who will be the reviewer, and who will be the approver or rejecter. Okay, so just select on the creation first. Okay, and here you will get a assignee tab. You just select that and use a user picker. Select this company administrator, pull it here, click OK. Come to the approval. Here also I will make it user picker, make it company administrator. I'm making myself as a reviewer and approver, no worries. Okay, and this will be at end, you don't need not to define anything. So creation and approval. If you have multiple more level of approval, so every level of approval you have to define who is the reviewer and who is the requester. Okay, now I'll be clicking OK. Okay, now let me check whether this BP is being activated or not. What I will do, I will switch on to user mode from the top. I will go to the task. Okay, I will create new. I will select this and I will see that there is a laptop request form is being initiated. It is being listed here. So I will create new, this create. Now I'm going to create a record basically. I'm going to initiate a record for the final submission to my manager, whether I need the laptop, I need the laptop or not. He will review and approve. Okay. So what I will do, I will select first here. So it will list out the directory of the employee list. So this is going to save my time. So let me check that I am Muhammad Arman. I'm going to raise a request for myself. So I need not to enter employee ID, everything and again. So now it is saving my time. So I will select this. So automatically you will see that the name, employee ID, gender name, civil, date of birth, everything is being copied automatically. So it saves a lot of time. Okay, for me. Now what I will do, I will put some laptop number. So let me check the serial number SLG0093. Some random number used to be there. So it is let's say Dell I am selecting. Now I am requesting for 2 years. Okay, and since I am Unifier administrator, creator, so kindly approve my laptop request. Okay, now once it is being done, so I will click the send. The moment I will click the send, it will ask you to whom you want to send. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to just click this user must list. Then you can see that company user is being listed here. I will just pull it here and I will click done. So now I am sending the approval for company administrator. It may be different user also. Okay, I'm going to send it now. So you can see that I have initiated a request for the laptop for myself. Okay, now the moment I will click that, and I can see that in my task, since I am the approver, I can see that the request is lying in my bucket. So what I need to do, either I have to approve or reject. So just I will select this and I will double click on this. Then I will be able to see what Arman has submitted. Okay, so he need one laptop and he is from administrator. Okay, so it looks okay for me. Okay, so I will accept it. Okay, the moment I will accept it, now I will decide what to do. I will send it next. Then it is asking whether I am going to approve this or cancel. So let me approve it. Okay, and send it. So what will happen? The record is being created. Okay, now definitely I need the log to be displayed here. So how to enable the log? You just go to this admin mode, go to the access control. So let me check whether log is being created here. Now you can see this log is being created here, but I don't have access. That's why I need to add this access. The moment you will make a single click on the laptop request, you can see no one is having access of this log. That is why I'm not able to see the log. Log is something where the all the approval and all what is going on. I can see the status of entire record. Okay, so I will click add. I will add user. I will select this add, click OK. But here I need to give some access. If you want, you can give, otherwise you can leave off. I will click OK. Okay, now here, what is you need to do? You need to just switch on this mode to the user mode and go to the log. You can see this laptop request. So I can see only one record. Definitely, I could see only one record Arman has requested. He's from civil department. Okay, so let me create one more record for better understanding. I will go to the task. I will go to this. I will select this laptop request form. I will click this. Now here I need to raise a request. If you join a company, sometimes what happens, on behalf of the employee, you may need to raise a request. Okay, so let me think that I am company administrator. I am raising a request on my own employee because he doesn't know how to raise a request or something. Okay, so let me pick one employee, John. John, I am going to raise a request. So automatically, see this field is being filled automatically. So how it is being filled? It is being filled automatically with the help of auto populate and BP picker functionality. So let me put some numbers. Okay, I'll select this time I'm using HP. I am a planning engineer and I need to create a lot of documents for which I need laptop. So you can see that multiple line of details I can enter. Okay, so for how many years? 4 years I am requesting because it's a 4-year project. I have been awarded. Okay, now I will select send. The moment I will submit for send, it will ask to whom you want to send for approval. So you have to select your manager. So here currently only one user is there. If you have multiple user, you can add this. Okay, I will select this and I will make it select. Okay, now I'll submit it. So you can see that this has been submitted for successfully. Okay, so now I'm a manager. I am logging to the system. I am going to check there is a request lying in my task. Okay, you can see that task is being lying in my bucket in the task. I need to open and review. So let me check everything is okay and all. So what I will do, I will accept and I will send for approval. Okay, now where I can see the log, if you see this laptop request form, 2 record is being lying here. Okay, so this is the complete cycle. I think you can all refer the video. You can go back to the steps if you miss somewhere. Okay.
Sorry.
Hi, Amin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello.
First, Pinda.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, Amin. Just a quick one. I just want to understand. You are requesting the laptop as a user.
Correct.
And then when you are the manager, which mode do you approve the laptop in?
If I'm let's say I'm a manager.
Okay.
So now you are asking a question. Let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
Let me think that I'm Arman.
Yes.
And Pinda has joined a company, and there's another guy called maybe company administrator, co-admin.
Yes.
He is the one who is designing the entire cycle or process. Okay. Now
Yes, that's
Pinda
correct.
wanted now now Arman is requesting company administrator that see my process. I am taking care of this finance cell. I am the head of this finance cell. So here,
Okay.
next week, one lady is going to join in our company. So I think the Pinda will request a request for the laptop, and I should get this request automatically. Okay, and I will review and
Okay.
I will put it approved. So this is the scenario you are looking for, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is something which I'm going to explain in the next topic. Okay. So this is a very good scenario. I'm going to create that. Like I'm again repeating this scenario that company administrator is administrator, Arman is a manager, and Pinda is a new employee. She is going to create. So first, her record will be created in employee creation form. Okay, and later she will go and log in and she will raise a request. Okay, so I am as an administrator, I am going to create an entire scenario here. Okay, so I think this is the good question. Because of that, I'm going to explain the next topic. Okay, how to create
Aman, are you there?
Sorry, I got disconnected actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Could you
there
please
was
just repeat what you said?
so what Pinda is looking for. So company administrator is a user through which everything is being designed, right? Now Arman is a manager for a department called finance. Can you see my screen, right? The finance. Now I am asking company administrator that see, I wanted to be very practically. I wanted to see this scenario that my new employee is going to use next week, and she must use unifier system to create their employee record and their laptop record. So she should, once her record is being detail is being created here, she should get in. Okay, and she should raise a request for a laptop, and that request should come to me, must come to me. Okay, I will review and I will submit that request, I will approve that, then only she will get a request for laptop approved. So this is the scenario what Pinda is looking for. I think this is the same scenario, Pinda.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Because
So
my
I'm going to
understanding
be,
is that.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm going to create a very practical scenario. So let me create the user first. Okay. Don't worry. This all is being recorded now. I'll be say uploading the videos. You can go and refer back to the videos. And so what I need to create first, I will create the user first. Okay. Then I will give the access to different cell. Then I will give the access to different BP to different employees. Okay. So first I will create the user IDs. Okay. User details. So how to create that? You can see my screen. You can come to my company workspace. I will go to the user administration. I will create a company user because you are an employee of company. I will create new. I will first create my name as a manager. Let me check whether Arman is already there. So Arman is already there. So let me create a another user as a manager. Okay. So let me take, I think, Michael as your manager, not Arman. Okay. So I will create Michael. I will make some random name, Charles. Okay. Now email ID I need to provide. So let me put any email ID. Okay. Rest of everything is okay. Now employee ID also you can add from here. Okay, but since we do have a separate ID, so now here I'm going to create Michael. So let me make it Michaal, Michal. Okay. Password I will make AR146171. AR146171. Same password I'm keeping it. Okay. Now, so some permissions also you can provide that. Okay. So what is that permission? I can go and I can enable everything whatever I wanted to give. Okay. So let's say I wanted to give this employee creation form. I wanted to give this. Okay, I can. So there's another way that I can copy the permission and I can use any template. Okay, so there is a permission template. What it will give? It will save your time basically. Okay, so let me create a admin access to the manager. Okay, apart from that, I need to create log access for this. Okay, now I'm going to create this user. Okay, so you can see this Michael Charles is being created here. Okay, now I have created the user, I have given the access, but yes, I have to give the access to the respective shell also because he is the manager of this particular cell. So how to give the access? As you know that for giving this any kind of admin kind of related thing, you need to switch back to admin mode in the respective cell on the type right top. Okay, now here I will go to the user administration. I will go to the user. Now here I can see there are a lot of user in company, but for this cell only this user is having access. So what I will do, I will create, I will select this Michael, I will add it here and I will give the access here. So now this particular cell is also having this access. Okay, now the same way I'm going to create a another user called Pinda. Okay, so I'm going to create another user. How? Again I'm repeating, I'm going to company workspace, user administration, create a new. So I think I will put Pinda D. Okay, I will put something uh, I think for Pinda I have email ID. Give me a second. So let me use your real ID. Okay, email ID. Now everything is okay. Yes. So I will put user Pinda D. Okay, and same user, same password. What co-admin I have. Now here I can create a multiple template. Okay, and I can provide the access. Okay, so as of now, let me save some time to use it as a admin. Okay, and I'm going to give the access, not to create an employee creation, because manager will create the employee details. She will get access only to raise a request for laptop. Okay, employee creation form. Since you are new to the company, you are a junior, I think managers should get access to create the employee details. I will click OK. Okay, now what I will do, Pinda is being created. Now what I will do next, what I need to do, I need to go to the AR Finance, and here I will try to add the user. New. So if how to get this user administration tab, someone is not getting, you have to just switch on back from the top. I'm going to create this. So where is that Pinda D? I have added this. So now Pinda is also included in this shell because she is going to report Mr. Charles. Okay, and I will Michael Charles. Okay, so this way I am able to log in that. Let me check whether I'm able to access the system or not, just for testing whether I am doing any mistake or something. So let me take a screenshot with the login ID. Okay, so let me check with the Michael first. The login name is Michael and password is same. Michael password is same. I will save this. Okay, now I can see I have very limited access. Okay, now I am going to check whether I got the access for the finance or not. Can you see that I have that access? Now apart from that, I don't have any other access apart from finance. Okay, now here if I'll try to get the access to create raise a request for Pinda, okay, so ideally I will not have, because I have not given access to that. Okay, so first what I need to do, since this is a very first setup for Mr. Charles and Pinda, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure the BP for them. Okay, let's try to that. So Mr. Charles will have access for this BP also and the other BP also. So let me do this. And by the way, I'll also try to log into the through Pinda ID, so that I will check whether she is having access or not. Okay, click OK. Now see, this is very limited access you do have. Okay, yes, you can see that. Okay, now whether you do have any access to raise a request, no. So now your profile is not been correctly configured. So when you will be working as a Unifier administrator, this kind of query will come in a multiple way. Like all the time you will get a ticket, like you will be getting requests, I am not getting access, try to fix that and all. This we usually used to face. Okay, so let me give the access. Okay, you can see this. So company admin is the administrator page. Okay, now I am going to configure the setup for the BP. Okay, so now I am going to jumping to this business process, I can see only 2 BP is there. So employee creation form, I need to configure for the John. I will double click on that. I will select and I will click open. Now here, I need to go to the settings. I can see only one user is having access. So I will provide this access to Michael Charles also. I will not go provide this to Pinda because Pinda it doesn't have that authority. Okay. I will click OK. Now I will click this OK. So automatically he got the access. Okay. There is another thing what we need to do. I need to create this access log to both of employee, because she will get a access of that so that she can see her user also. So I'm going to use, I can put control from my keyboard. I can select control from my keyboard. I will select both the user. I will select add. Automatically both will be given access. I will give something all the request, and if you can uncheck if you want. I will click OK. So I can see that employee creation form, the log, to view the log, I think for Pinda, I can provide only to view the log. I will not allow to make a change or something. Okay. Click OK. This laptop request form also, I will give access for both. So manager can also, if Pinda doesn't have the access, manager also, I'll give the complete access to him also. Okay. Now this is a log access I have given, but now I need to provide this access laptop request form also access to both of us, because one is requester, another is reviewer. Now this is very important. I will go to the business process. I will go to the laptop request form. I will select and I will open. Now I will select this left side, the workflow setup. Then I will select this workflow setup. I will click open. Okay. Now the beauty is here. So I will select this creation. Okay. Now who can create? I will give access to, I will give the access for Pinda also and Michael Charles also, because sometimes what happens, definitely she must have the laptop first. So sometimes what happens in my company, in my previous company, it used to be there. Sometimes if user is not having itself the laptop, how can he raise the request? Okay. So that is why sometimes my manager raises a request for laptop. Okay, it happens. So that is why I have given the access of Pinda and Charles also. Okay. Now come to the approval. Approval, I must have to fix it for Mr. Charles only. So there's a two option here. We need to understand user assigned and pre-assigned. That means here, if I'll select this user assigned, then what will happen? The moment I will submit for approval, it will ask you who is the reviewer, who should be the reviewer. But here I'm creating a scenario that if Pinda is raising a request, only Charles can review that and approve that. Okay, I will select this pre-assigned and I will make a pre-assigned. I will remove this company administrator and I will make Charles only to approve this. Okay, so here I have configured that. I will click this OK. Now first I will log in as a Charles. I will first create the Pinda records and then I will create I will log into Pinda ID and I will try to raise a request for laptop. Okay, so let me log out and log in through Charles Michael login ID. Now I'm going and I'm entering to this finance. Automatically it is there landed. If you are not able to access, you will search the location from here. Okay, I'm going to create. I can see that employee creation form is being activated. I will create that. Okay, I will put EMP 006. Let me take a name, Pinda D. Okay, she is a female. She is single. Let me assume. I am just going to select date of birth. So let me what do you call, unrealistic values. Okay, B positive. I will put something like Christopher. Okay, I will select approved. Number of experience, she is having 10 years of experience. Okay, I will select she is permanent. Last organization, let's take this one as an example. She joined in civil. Joining date is today. Done. So this form, it doesn't require approval. That's why it will not go for approval. Directly the record will be created. I'm going to submit that. Now you can see that the record has been submitted successfully. Okay. Now, if you try to see this log, so I can see all, since I'm a manager and all of them is reporting to me, so I can see the record is being created for Pinda also. Okay. Now I will call the Pinda that you can raise the request for a laptop approval. Okay. So what she will do, she will get this URL, ID and password. She will log into Pinda D. Okay. Now I can see if she is not able to find herself, she can search through finance. Okay, and she can select this task. Now I will click create. I can see that she doesn't have access of employee creation form because she is not a manager. Okay, only laptop request I have the request. I will select this and I will create this. Okay, now here I can access the employee directory and I will select this Pinda D. The moment I select it, all Pinda details is being auto-populated here. I will put, let's say I went to, I need some number or something. Okay, so laptop I need Dell. Okay, and 4 years I need because this is the so kindly approve my request for laptop as I am from civil department. Okay, now I will send it. So this is the beauty. The moment I will submit it, since I have predefined it, okay, I cannot change to whom it is going. So Pinda, can you see this? You're there?
Yeah. Yes, I mean I can see it.
Yes. So you can see that it is fixed going to the Michael because it is he is the manager and he is taking care of entire finance department. Okay. So you can see this, you can see the details also. If you click this, you can see this phone number and all. Currently I'm not maintaining that, otherwise you will get the detail of everything. Okay.
Yeah, I
so
think
this is a
that's
very
clearer now.
Yeah, so this is very detailed software. You can design entire company process if you are good in that. Okay. Now I will send it for approval. So it is not asking you to change who is the reviewer and all. Okay. So the beauty is that ideally I should get a mail that I have a request. See, very nice, very nice. This is what I wanted to see. So Michael, as an administrator, I'm getting a mail that Michael is creating a employee details by with this. Okay, and you can directly go and log in and check that. Okay, I think ideally this laptop creation form should also come. So now, very good. Okay, now you can see this. And by the way, this all mail format can be configured by as per the customer's requirement. So just you can see that Pinda has submitted a, so he will get a notification, okay, that Pinda has submitted a request for laptop, and this is the record and all. So if you want to include some field related to the mail, you can configure that also. Okay, so this is the way you have got this request. You can click this and it will take you through this. Okay, but yes, you have to see, you have to log into the Charles ID, by the way. Okay, Michael ID, sorry. I will go to this Michael access. Okay, I will go to the task and I can see there is a request lying in my bucket, and I need to review and I need to approve that. You have to just double click on this. Okay, you can see this, what she has requested. There is a laptop, 4 years, for 4 years she is going. And if he will click in the Pinda name, I think it will take you through their phone number and all also. Okay, so this is the way, like big brand companies, especially like I worked for HP. Okay, and you know, my colleague used to sit somewhere in Manila, means uh, in the Filipino. Sometimes some department used to sit in China. Some people were sitting in Mumbai part of India. So this is how we were managing. My own manager was not in India. She was sitting in US. Okay, so this entire company's transaction has to be taken care centrally, and this is how it is being managed in through Unifier and different products. Okay, so you can see these details. Oh, this is something which is okay. I will accept it. Okay, and I will send it by tagging it approved. Okay, so this is the way you can see that now I am as a manager. Okay, I can see that there is another record is being created and it is being approved from my side. So now you're a store manager or laptop or local IT guy, you have to just show this report that I have got this report approved. Okay, so where is the status? I think it is not included here. So you can see this, the status, that it is approved or not, and you can collect the laptop. So I think your complete cycle is being clear now, right? You can refer our my videos back and you can just check how I gave the ID, how I gave the access to the user, and everything is being defined in the video. Okay. So this is the entire cycle of how I created a cell. And by the way, I think this video which we defined and which we made it is very important. And now, by the way, I am going to also refer the same video because I didn't took any break and I completed the entire cycle. I created first shell hierarchy, okay, and then I created a I will go to the company administrator access. Okay, I created the shell. I gave the access to the cell. Okay, then I created a employee business process called employee information form. Okay, then I provided laptop request form. Okay, and then I provided the access to that, and I completed a cycle where I showed how Quinda has requested and Michael has reviewed and approved, and finally record is being created. Okay, so this is how we did that entire cycle. So we will wind up for today, but yes, I will request you to from tomorrow, because since all the topics, major topics we have completed and we have revised that. Okay. The next 3 days, I will be dedicatedly giving this privilege to ask any kind of questions. And since we do have very much time, 3 days, for I'll be available for you for all 3-4 hours for creating any thing in the system. Okay. So my advice, personal advice, is that since I have given the access to everyone, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the last day, all 3 days, you create everything by referring the videos. Okay. And during the class itself, you try creating everyone with respective everyone respective users. Okay. And you can create practice by to your own. Okay. And during so we are not going to cover any more topics now because I have completed every topic. Okay. So what you need to do, you need to start practicing during the class itself. Okay. Because this is something which is very important. Okay. So you